Hello, welcome back to the Trust Your Worth podcast, the podcast that helps you tap in to the power of knowing your worth. My name is Brittany, and thank you for joining me today. Last week, we talked about finding out what you actually like. So I hope that you were able to do the worth work and figure out things that you absolutely love to do. Maybe it's cooking. I decided to try a low buy month this past month, and so it's forced me to cook more, and I've never really liked cooking, but now that I've tried some recipes, because today I made this honey glazed salmon rice bowl with, you made your own like paprika mayo. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So I'm learning to find the joys of cooking. And I think it's going to be something I actually like doing because my food's tasting a lot better. Because I used to just eat boring chicken and rice and just put like the Montreal chicken spice on it, which is actually really, really good. So, but boring. So I've been so excited to learn how to cook. And that's just something I'm finding out that I actually like. So I hope you did the work. If you haven't checked out that episode, check it out. Today, we are focusing on an abundance versus a scarcity mindset. Because when you trust your worth more, you lean more to the abundance. You start to believe that there is enough for everyone. And that can be life-changing. So let's get into scarcity versus abundance. So I have written down these specific definitions. I'm going to link the article that I found them in below. Scarcity mindset is a pervasive belief that resources, including financial, emotional, or social resources, are limited or being preoccupied by what you lack. So you look at others and, oh my gosh, they have the Tesla. I wish I had that. Oh my gosh, they have that beautiful jacket. I wish I had that. Oh my gosh, they have the biggest home. I wish I had that. Oh my gosh, they live their life on the beach. I wish I had that. So you're just constantly thinking these things. You're focusing on everything that you don't have. Versus an abundance mindset, which is, quote, is the belief that there are plenty of resources and opportunities available for everyone. That's awesome. So it means not feeling limited by the things you don't have, but instead focusing on the opportunities you do have in order to gain the life you want. And that's what we're here for, to gain the life you want, because you deserve it. When you trust your worth, you know what you deserve. This time on earth is so limited. You might as well live the life that you actually want, because you deserve to be happy. So let's get into how you can tell if you have a scarcity mindset and the things that we can do to shift into an abundance mindset. So I'm going to link this in the show notes. This is a post that I found that I thought that inspired this episode, and I just think it's excellent. So please go read the show notes and click on the links because they're supposed to be very helpful, and I hope that they are, and I hope that you check them out. Okay, so let's get into it. Signs that you have a scarcity mindset. First, FOMO. You fear missing out. You think that you're constantly just worried about missing opportunities and experiences. But everything that's supposed to happen is going to happen. And it doesn't mean that those opportunities won't happen again. And that's what's so interesting about abundance mindset, that you can find the resource to create the opportunities that you may have missed. So another one that may be a sign that you have a scarcity mindset: envy and comparison. That's a big one. I heard this quote forever ago. I don't know who said it, but comparison is the thief of joy. It robs you of your joy. If you're constantly comparing yourself, you will believe that you are never good enough. And that is a horrible side effect of comparing yourselves. No, that person is perfectly themselves and you are perfectly you. And when you can focus on the things that you can control and the things that you like, it's going to be so much better for you. So try not to compare yourself to others and their successes, especially when you're younger. You just feel like, oh my gosh, like so-and-so is a millionaire and they're 21 years old. Like, amazing for them. That is awesome. But like, you don't know the things they had to go through to get those things. And feeling like, oh, I should be further along. I'm 37 years old and I'm not living my dream life. And I could sit here and focus on that, how I'm not living the life that I want to right now. In some ways I am, and in others I'm not. But in the ways that I'm not, I'm actively making efforts to change my life to the life that I want it to be. Because I know that I can have the life that I want, and I'm chasing after it. Again, I'm 37. It is never too late. There is no specific timeline to get what you want. It's the same with healing. Who said there's a timeline on how long you have to heal? There isn't one. It's going to take how much time it's going to take. So try not to get bogged down and believe that you're behind, because you're not behind. You can get the life you want. And everything that you need, you will either find how to do it or you already have it. So yeah, try not to worry about being behind, because you're not. You're not behind. Okay. The next one, you may have a scarcity mindset if you are reluctant to share. Hesitation to share resources, knowledge, or opportunities with others, fearing there won't be enough left for you. There is an excess of resources on this planet for the amount of people that are on it. And that's what's crazy to me, that people don't have access to running water or electricity, because those should be just like basic human rights. Anyways, but there is enough resources for you. So if you feel like you're reluctant because you're like hoarding things, you might have a scarcity mindset. Okay, next one. You focus on lack. You focus on the things that you don't have, which means you don't really appreciate the things that you do have. So gratitude might be a thing that we'll talk about later that will help you counteract focusing on the things that you don't have. High stress and anxiety. Who isn't freaking stressed these days? But if you're feeling stressed about finances or time or other resources, like a lot, then you might have a scarcity mindset. Like, especially if you're like, it rules your everyday life. Like if you're so focused on your money resources, that's a big sign you might have a scarcity mindset. Okay, you avoid risks. So you are reluctant to take risks or try new things due to fear of failure or loss. That kind of makes me sad. I know I've definitely done this, that I haven't tried things because I've been afraid to do them. And I do regret not doing them, especially when it comes to trying to create new friendships or relationships. There are people I still think about sometimes. I'm like, I should have got their number, or like, I should have just asked that guy out. Like, I literally had nothing to lose. I definitely want to stay in a place of safety, but like, if you want to change, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You cannot change without taking the first step. What is that quote? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So it doesn't have to be big. You can take smaller steps to move towards the life that you want. Little ones. Yeah. Make more attainable, reachable goals. Okay? So if you're avoiding risks, you might have a scarcity mindset. Next one, difficulty making decisions. Struggling to make decisions due to fear of making the wrong choice and losing out. Okay, I like the specificity of this, that it's due to fear of making the wrong choice and fear of losing out. So if you're like, I don't know what the right choice is. So I believe that if you are still, how can you pick a direction? You can't. You have to be moving. So if you're moving forward and you come to a fork in the road, you just have to pick a path. So you can go down that path, and if it's the wrong one, you're going to find out pretty quickly that it's the wrong one. And then you 100% know that it was the wrong path. So you can back up, go back to that fork in the road, and then choose the other path, because now you know with 100% surety that wasn't for me. So I'm going to go down this path now, this opportunity, and I 100% know that this is the right choice now. But you have to be moving forward. You have to make decisions. You cannot be a fence sitter, because if you're sitting around doing nothing, nothing will change. So I hope that helps when you are struggling to make decisions, especially fearing to make the wrong choice. That can be a very valid fear, but it can also hold you back from beautiful opportunities. So try not to get stuck on making the right decision. Okay. Now let's talk about shifting into that abundance mindset. Okay. Number 1, please, you got to do it. You got to practice gratitude. You got to recognize the things you are so grateful for. The things you have to recognize and appreciate the things you do have. I am like, be silly with it. Like, every day I sit on a toilet, because I did research about toilets I was going to do a different podcast. I called it Fatitude of Gratitude. And it was to focus on things we don't really think about in everyday life, but that we should be so grateful for, and that technology has improved, because I am incredibly grateful for the fact that I don't have to deal with my own poops and pees, that they get sent away and I never have to see them again. Because anyone who's dealt with diapers, like that's annoying as. Imagine we had to like physically carry our human waste to the dump or whatever. Like that would be so much work. So I am incredibly grateful for toilets and modern day plumbing. Like there is a whole history on modern plumbing that I can get into, which would show you like how awesome it is to have a modern miracle in your home. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 toilets in my house. Amazing. I'm so grateful for them. It's so cool. Anyways, yeah, practice gratitude. So regularly write down things you're grateful for. And then this helps you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. And that's awesome. So I hope you do think about daily things you are grateful for, even if they seem dumb, like toilets. Okay. Number 2, celebrate others' successes. So genuinely celebrate the achievements of others. This can help reduce feelings of envy and increase your sense of connection and abundance. I have had friends that I thought were my friends that I have sensed jealousy from, and it's bad juju vibes. Like when you feel like the people around you can't be supportive, like it might be time for new friends. But I think this is a great practice to celebrate the successes of others around you. You could celebrate like getting a raise. You could celebrate finishing that craft you always wanted to finish. You could celebrate everything. So find ways to celebrate the ones you love around you, and yeah, genuinely celebrate other successes, and that's really going to help you curb down the envy of others. Okay, number 3, focus on personal growth and development. Set goals that align with your values and passions rather than focusing solely on material or external achievements. I love this because this goes straight into tying your worth to things and people and places, which we know we shouldn't do. We need to not tie our worth to anything. We need to recognize that because I have worth, I can do all these things, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so a growth goal might be, I'm gonna write 5 things down that I'm grateful for every day. And it's physically measurable in the sense that there's 5 things I need to write down, but it also helps you grow in focusing yourself on the new abundance mindset. So I hope that helps give you an example. Okay, next one. Please change your self-talk. Replace negative, scarcity-based thoughts with positive affirmations. For example, change I never have enough to I am capable of creating plenty. I love that. You are so capable of creating whatever you want. You can do it. And if you don't feel like you have the resources, you can find them. You can find anything you want to do. So if it's really something that's important to you, you will be able to find the resources. They're out there. So try and replace that negative self-talk. The next one is to learn and share. So continuously learn new things and share your knowledge with others. This fosters a sense of community. So this is something I do with my best friend a lot. Like when we're watching reels or whatever, I'm learning about my podcast. I love sharing everything I learn with her kind of first, just to see like if I'm making sense, but also because she gives me great feedback and we kind of learn together. And then she shares something like, oh yeah, I read this thing or whatever. And it's so awesome. And it does create this awesome connection that I'm so grateful for because I feel listened to, I feel heard, but then I also got to learn new things, new and exciting things. Okay, next one, limit those comparisons. You can do it. Reduce the amount of time you spend comparing yourself to other people. Just don't do it. As I said before, comparison, the thief of joy. Don't let it rob you of your joy. Especially on social media, like that is a very curated, for the most part, a very curated cross-section of people's lives that we see. We don't see a lot of the behind the scenes or like the personal turmoil that people are going through. We're literally seeing their best selves being put out there. So don't necessarily, like, it's unfair to measure yourself against someone else's best when like you may not be at your best, okay? So try not to do it. Okay, next one. Be generous. Be giving. Practice acts of generosity, whether it's your time, money, or resources. This reinforces the belief that there is enough to go around. And there is. If you don't have money, you can definitely give of your time. There's so many ways you can help others out and serve people. A little thing that I like to do is I shovel my neighbor's walkway. If I'm out there, it takes me like 2 extra minutes to just shovel their sidewalk too, and I'm happy to do it. And I feel like I've, hopefully helped them out and made them happy. And it's just a little thing that can brighten someone's day. And I love being giving. I think that's why one of my core things is serving others. I really love doing it because it makes me feel good. It's selfish almost. The feeling of joy that I get from helping others is just something that, makes life worth living for me. But yeah, be generous. You will not regret, spreading joy and positivity and love to others. I always believe that joy and love and giving and the things that you give will always come back to you. Like you're not really losing anything. To give a little bit here and there, be generous. I promise you it's going to bring you joy and happiness. Okay, next one, mindfulness and meditation. So practice mindfulness to stay present and reduce anxiety about the future. Meditation can help calm your mind and shift your focus to abundance. So whatever that may be, whether it's yoga or whether it's going for walks, when you have that time to reflect on your days and what you're doing, and yes, thinking about the future, but also staying present in the moment and enjoying who you are and how you are and the things that you're doing right now, because in a couple years, things will be so different and you can be grateful for the time you spent just enjoying your life as you're going through it. Because it's a journey. It's not a race. So try to enjoy the journey. I know that's so cliche, but please do. It is awesome to be present in the moment. Okay, visualize abundance. Spend time visualizing your goals and the abundance you want to attract. This can help reinforce a positive, abundance-focused mindset. So for me, that's this podcast being my career. So I am preparing for the future. I'm trying to get ready. I definitely want to do speaking engagements in the future. So I'm trying to get my 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute, and hour-long presentation ready. So when I get the call for my dream life and somebody's like, Brittany, please come speak at our school. Brittany, please come speak at our conference about trusting your worth. I'll be ready. I'll be ready to do those speaking engagements. So I definitely do visualize it, and I definitely want to start practicing because, again, I want to be ready, but I know that's in my future and I'm excited for it. And you heard it here first. When that happens, you'll be like, hey, I heard that on episode 2 of season 2 that Brittany was going to do it. So yeah, thanks for keeping me accountable. That also could mean like visualizing, if you need it, like the actual house that you want to get, and, you know, then breaking that goal back down to like actual steps, like the actual car that you want to have in the future. But yeah, all those things. So visualize the abundance in your life. Okay, next one. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with positive, supportive people who have an abundance mindset. This is so helpful. When you have friends that are also chasing their dreams, like it makes it way easier for you to focus on your dream, because you're like, they're doing it, I'm doing it. We're kind of doing it together, but not really, because we're doing different things. But it's so exciting to be like, that's my dream life. I'm going after it. And then again, you can celebrate each other's successes as you go along, like getting your dream life. Okay, next one. Invest in yourself. So take courses, attend workshops, and engage in activities that build your skills and confidence. Investing in yourself can help you feel more capable and abundant. So, like I've always kind of had a background in film and music, so it was an easy transition for me to move into podcasting. But there's so much I don't know. So I do tap into resources. I'm on Buzzsprout. It's an excellent platform. It's kind of like an all-in-one podcasting situation. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, like I would start there. It's very user-friendly. And they have all these resources that I have tapped into from time to time to help you learn how to grow your podcast. So yeah, there are so many things. If you don't know how to do things, like we have chat. We have Chat GBT. We have we have Google. We have literal class university programs or online programs where you can learn how to do things you don't know how to do. YouTube, I have learned a million things on YouTube, on especially like how to edit things, or like I learned how to make the captions for my videos on Instagram through YouTube. So, and it's free. Like I didn't have to pay anything. So yeah, if you want to do it, invest in yourself. Put that time in to get the life that you're chasing after. Okay, next one. Reflect on your past successes. Take time to notice your growth and to see how far you've come, because you're going to be sometimes surprised. You shouldn't be, because you did it. But you might be surprised at what you find when you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I did do that. Holy cow. I'm proud of me. Even if it's as simple as, I used to talk so poorly to myself, but today I can look at myself in the mirror and know that I love myself. And that was a lot of work, but I'm so happy that I did it, because I am so much happier now. So I hope that you take the time to reflect on your past success. It'll definitely help you build confidence in your ability to create future successes. Okay, adopt a long-term perspective. So focus on long-term growth and opportunities rather than short-term gains. This can help reduce anxiety about immediate scarcity. So anyone who's tried to lose weight, this is for you. Adopting the long-term perspective, because there's definitely days where it freaking sucks and I'm like, I'm so hungry and I've eaten so much crap and today was really hard. But when I focus on the long-term goal of my healthier lifestyle and how I know when I'm doing the right things, like when I work out, when I eat better, I feel better. I notice the difference. Sometimes it feels like it's very minuscule, but I know in the long term it's going to pay off. So it does help reduce my anxiety. Like, hey, I've put in all this work. It has paid off. Maybe not as quickly as I hoped, but like I know if I do these things now, it's going to bless me in the future. So try to keep that long-term perspective in mind. Okay, I hope this opened your perspective on scarcity versus abundance. I've talked about this before in another episode, but I just want to talk about it here. If you ever need an example of abundance versus scarcity, just look to any musical artist. because they're like, for me, if I were to put out an album, it's a drop in the ocean. Like, there are so many musical artists out there, like honestly millions. Like, if you went on Spotify, millions of artists are putting their music out. So it's like, oh, why even try? Nobody's gonna hear my music. But if you love it, people will listen, people will come. If you invest time and energy into any project, then you can be successful at it. There's a band that I love called Tiny Habits. They are just moving up and up and up. Like, I think they've only been putting out music for like 3 years. They've already opened for Noah Kahan and Vance Joy. Like, those are pretty big names. And and they're friends with Casey Musgraves. Like, what? Casey Musgraves is one of the biggest country artists in our modern time. Like, and they did that within 3 years. So, like, it's not impossible. Like, you can do it, especially in this social media age. Like, all you really need to have a career in this type of industry is about 100,000 followers that regularly tap into what you're putting out, and you can be successful. I think it's so awesome. Marquise Brownlee, I've talked about him before, but again, he was on YouTube. He did it for 10 years and had like no follower. I can't imagine doing this for 10 years and just being like, will this ever pay off? And now he is like the number one tech reviewer on YouTube. He gets 7 million views on like one video. So he put in the time. Just the key, just don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dream life. You can live in an abundance mindset, knowing that everything you've ever wanted, you can create. You can find the resources. You just have to have the strength and belief, and just never give up on your dream life, because you can literally have it. Especially if you trust your worth and know that you are worthy of it and that you deserve it. Okay? Okay. So I hope that you move away from the scarcity mindset this week and learn to become a more abundant living person. Wow, that was a horrible English. I hope that you learn to have an abundance mindset, because there is enough for all of us here. And I can't wait to see what you do with your dream life. Okay. Your worth work. You knew it was coming. Your worth work this week is to daily think of one thing that you are grateful for. It has to be a different thing every day. So day 1, maybe I'm so grateful for toilets. Day number 2, I'm so grateful for my comfortable bed that I live in. Number 3, I'm so grateful for my job and the opportunities that it affords me. So stuff like that. So you can recognize and focus on the things that you do have. So that's daily. I want you to focus on like a physical thing. And then number 2, I also want you to focus on gratitude for the not physical things. I want you to focus on your attributes that you are grateful for, that you possess. So day 1 might be, I am grateful that I am resilient, because it has gotten me through a lot of things, and focus on and reflect on that characteristic that you have. Day number 2, I am so grateful that I am a kind person. I am grateful for the people that my kindness has brought into other people's lives. So you can recognize that you already have skills and qualities that help you to have an abundance mindset this week. So I hope you enjoy the worth work this week, and don't forget to trust your worth. As always, you can find me on Instagram at Trust Your Worth Podcast, or on my website at www.trustyourworth.com. Please follow me on Instagram. It really does help. And pretty soon we'll be launching the YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for that. What else? Yes. Last but not least, as always, if no one has told you today, you are strong. You are capable. And don't forget to trust your worth. Okay. Love you so much. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day. Okay. Love you. Bye.